Hello everybody and welcome back. Rock here. And in tonight's video we're going to be discussing several topics which I'm sure you're not going to want to miss out on. So please stay with me till the end of this video so you can stay up to date and informed on everything we have going on currently within Warzone, things leading up to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and then also pawntakespawn.com. And then lastly, some other items of interest within Modern Warfare that have happened over the course of this week. But I want to send a thank you out to all the subscribers. We're currently at 250 subs, which is phenomenal. That's great, so thank you all. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot, more than you know. And then also, click that notification bell so you can stay up to date and informed on my future uploads. So let's break it all down and let's get right into it. First off and foremost, big shout out to Geeky Pastimes, Glitching Queen, Geeky Pastimes Discord community, and the community in large. Everybody's been tremendous in helping getting this solved, and as I know as of right now, pawntakespawn.com is solved. There isn't anything else left to do at this point, I believe. There are 37 achievements in total that have been found, and we have an end result and a prize that you can claim as a in-game reward. But we're going to break that all down and show you the process. And the images coming up that I have here, they're in sets of 3. So for every 3 images, it is one URL listed. And in those images, you're going to see a green piece of paper that has an incantation, and it breaks down actual locations on the Zork map, a printed map, which if you do a Google search, you can easily find the maps for Zork. Then the second thing you're seeing are red circles around letters on each of these storybook pages. And the way that that works is when you read those from left to right and in order, or arrange them that way, you get a message. And it's just a section of a message. And once you have all 6 put together, that gives you another type of set of instructions. So breaking it down, the way that you got the incantation from the listed locations is a map plotting process. And the way that that worked is if you get the whole message put together for new instructions, which was construct map from printed intelligence, travel as the crow flies, bring 6 pictured treasures to the trophy case, and recite incantations. So the part that says travel as the crow flies, that's the map plotting portion. So you put the map together and plot each one of those locations and draw a line from location to location. It actually leaves you a letter. So for every line you get a new letter. And those letters broke into words, and those 6 new words were machination, insight, tribute, spectrum, avarice, and tempest. And then in the 6th image you see here on the last page at the bottom, it said say reconnoitre, which is the initial incantation you need to say within Zork. But here now I have listed each incantation, a breakdown of the circled red letters and the message it leaves, the incantation solved word from the map plotting, the image items from the postcards that are actually the treasures we need to put in the trophy case, and then finally the new word that is generated when you recite that incantation within Zork. And all these can be found at all the URLs listed, so if you want to go a game, try it for yourself, please feel free to do so. It is very fun, and you promise you're not going to be bored with it. It is very exciting and easy to do. But those 6 key words that were generated from after those incantations are used to unlock this final website, which was discovered through the QR code, and that website is /invisible truths, which led us to that final achievement with a clickable link which takes us to this Call of Duty website where you can unlock your final prize of a new Cold War truck skin for in-game within Warzone. But as I mentioned, and breaking it all down for you just once again, circled red letters, the entire message read, construct map from printed intelligence, travel as the crow flies. bring 6 pictured treasures to the trophy case, and recite incantations. So when you go in game and do that steps, the first thing you're going to do is go into Game of Zork and get into, you can do this in the house right at the trophy case. Say Reconnoiter is the command you're going to enter. Then from there, you want to make sure you just have those 6 specific items in the trophy case: the scarab, the blue skull, bag of coins, pot of gold, bracelet, and the trident. Once you recite each of the other incantations, you're going to say machination. You're going to get a new word at the end of that message, which was Fugazi file, and so on and so forth. And those are your 6 keywords that you use to enter in that final site, pawntakespawn.com, Invisible Truths. And just real quick here, this shed that was outside of the west side of the map, this used to have a access panel on, and it no longer does. And then going back into TV station here, if you remember a few months ago, I did a video, and I'll link that in the description. But these monitors that are now scrolling, once again, they did not used to scroll, they were stationary. And I remember covering it and going over this and explaining that, but I'll link that video in the description. And here I'm using a variable zoom scope to show you these numbers, but there are 4 blacked out numbers on this computer screen when it scrolls. And the numbers are 9046. So in the first column you have a 9 and a 0. The second column you have a 4. And in the last column you have a 6. And it is very hard to see without this scope. I'm not sure why it's so hard to see in the other ones, but it is. And the reason I'm showing you this is I believe this is a pin code. So if we get back into Bunker 11, reset the computers, I believe this is going to be a pin code to access one of the various laptops around the map of Verdansk. So this was the future Easter egg possibility I was speaking of. As of right now, I know it's not active. I've gone in, I've tried this, I've been to Bunker 11, I've tried rebooting the computer and then going back to various laptops around the map with no success of granting access to any of them. So in the weeks to come that may change. As you know, they're always changing and updating the map, and they're at it again as of right now. So there's just a little bit of proof for you that the things are changing and our assets and the other things are being turned back on. And then also we still have a potential Easter egg. I don't know if I'd really call this an Easter egg or not, but it's just too weird not to, I guess, be associated as an Easter egg. But we have all the reticle images on the main floor of the stadium. And I know some others had covered this in previous videos, but it's never really went anywhere at this point. But I wanted to bring it back into the forefront and put some more attention to it. As of currently recording this, I have gone in and I personally, just on my own, went and unlocked every single reticle for every optic in the game, just to see if something would be triggered. I wouldn't think you'd necessarily need to do that for an Easter egg. It seems a little bit much, but hey, you never know. But I'm going around just and testing different things. Like I said, I've been back to Bunker 11. I've tried rebooting the computer, going back out to laptops to see if they're active. They are not. Then back to Bunker 10 to see if anything reactivated in there or something new. Haven't found anything new there either. I do want to send a shout out to Hillian Knight for helping me with some of this as far as back in the computer and some other things that he has discovered and given me information on. So big shout out to Hillian Knight. But yeah, we have these reticles that still need some more explanation. And as of right now, like I said, I've tried various scopes, various sites, matching them up, standing there staring at them, and I haven't had anything triggered. There is a strong possibility that these reticles are tied to the main Easter egg in some way, that being getting the blue access cards and then gaining access to the 3 rooms, getting the code, taking that code and entering it upstairs at the executive boardroom. Maybe there's a new trigger inside of there that hasn't been discovered yet. I haven't been back in the room for a while, so that may be a possibility. If you're watching this, and take it upon yourself to maybe test that out, and let me know your feedback in the comments, what you discovered. That would be truly appreciated. And then here on the third row balcony seating section of the stadium, we have these tiled images of the squares and the slashes. Not sure if that ties into the reticles in any way, if it's part of, once again, the main Easter egg of the stadium, if they're all interconnected somehow. Not certain at this point. Maybe you're seeing these for the first time, didn't even know about them. So I'm just kind of bringing those back to the forefront as of now, because I think they kind of got forgotten about since PawnTakesPawn.com took over the show here for a while. But yeah, there's lots of possibilities happening and things changing within Warzone right now. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think there's more to the stadium here? Do you think there's more to do with these reticles? Do you think there's more to do with these images on the third row balcony seating section? Or let me know if you think this is just a hoax, a big waste of time, something to throw us off the trail of other things within Warzone and Verdansk. But yeah, I'm always happy and eager to read your guys' comments in the comment section of the channel page. I always try to respond to everybody as quickly as I can and get you an answer the best way I know how. If you had any questions about today's video, or something was uncertain or unclear, or you needed further clarification on, you can always contact me in the comment section and let me know. I will try to answer you the best way I know how and as quickly as I can. And also, you can reach me at Twitter. My link is in the description and is also linked on the YouTube page as well. And briefly going back into Modern Warfare and the games of summer, still have 2 days left to pick up these blueprints and get your gold medals and help out our region in the medal count. But you can pick up the shot put blueprint for one of our pistols, sporting precision for one of the shotguns, and then finally for all 5 gold medals you'll pick up the steeplechase. It's a very cool blueprint. And back in Warzone, the contraband contract fluid dynamics, sweet MK2 variant with the carbon fiber and the lime green etching. Very cool looking blueprint. But just to recap everything today, starting back with just briefly the games of summer, getting those medals. I understand some of you are probably very frustrated with trying to do some of the challenges. They're quite hard and they are quite tricky, so I do understand your frustration in trying to do those and get those accomplished. And then also as well in Warzone, the contraband contract, that can be very tricky to get done as well, because as you know, you call in that evac helicopter to pick up that blueprint case from you, and there's usually somebody going to be coming and camping you out once they see that helicopter coming inbound. So I do understand the frustration there as well. It can be very tricky to get it done. But I wish you the best of luck in pursuing both of those if you're doing that. And then touching briefly back on the Easter eggs for today, back to Bunker 11, and those laptops, getting those rebooted, and the potential of those screens that are now active again and scrolling, and those showing us that 4-digit code of 9046. Seeing if those are going to finally tie together in the weeks to come, and maybe we'll progress further and maybe find some more information there. And then also, once again, just going back over the stadium and those images on the third row balcony seats, and then also the reticles around the main floor. I believe in count for the images on the balcony section, I believe there were 12. And then on the main floor for the reticles, I believe there were 26 in total. I might be wrong about those numbers. Somebody may want to go back and maybe count those, let me know. But I think fairly close that those were the counts were last time I checked. And then lastly, just going back over PawnTakesPawn.com and how that all unfolded today. So we had a mass amount of postcards sent out all around the US and the UK were, I believe, the prominent locations that these were sent out to. And those people that did receive them in turn gave those images and information to other people in the community to put together. And once those were put together, we started generating URLs, and those URLs led us to new websites within pondtakespond.com. And then also, those cards had images of pieces of treasure that we could collect within Zork, and they also had a map on the other side and QR codes on some of those postcards. So the way that it all broke down, we had the incantations on the green slips of paper, which had locations of Zork on the Zork map. And then once we got our messages from the letters that were circled in red and pieced those all together, those messages combined gave us a set of instructions, and that message read: construct map from printed intelligence, travel as the crow flies, bring 6 pictured treasures to trophy case, and recite incantations. So in doing so, the part of travel as the crow flies, that is where we got to the map plotting section, and using the Zork map and then those incantation line locations on each of those incantations to plot or draw a line from point to point, and that generated a single letter for each one of those lines in that incantation. And then those incantation words became on, I'm going to read these in orders through 1 through 6. You had machination, insight, tribute, spectrum, avarice, and tempest. And then the 6 corresponding images to go along with those. And our treasure, you have the scarab, you had the blue skull, the bag of coins, the pot of gold, bracelet, and the trident. And then if you chose to do so and go back into the game as Zork, you had on our final and 6th incantation page, say reconnoiter, and that was your main command to start the incantation process. And then you would go back in and have all just those 6 pieces of treasure in the trophy case at that time, and then read each of the incantations. So you would say machination, you would get a new message, and you would get a new keyword in that message. And if you did say machination, your new keyword at the end was Fugazi file. And if you say insight and that message at the end, your new keyword was burn bag, so on and so forth. But there is still a way for you to do this step and actually pick up an achievement and get to the final step without going into Zork, since this has all been done. But the QR code generated the final website for pondtakespond.com/invisible truths. So you can go to that website. It's going to ask you for the 6 keywords, and once again, those 6 keywords are Fugazi file, burn bag, intel fire, info hacks, shred it all, and grid square. You can go back in this video and see all of those listed as well if you need further help. But once you input those 6 keywords, it'll take you to a new page. You'll get the achievement, like I said, and the achievement has a clickable link that will direct you to a Call of Duty page, and you will get a unique code for yourself to enter on another Call of Duty page. And then once you do that, you're going to earn the truck skin, the Iron Curtain, for you to use in-game in Warzone as soon as you unlock that. So if you want to bypass all that, not actually go into Zork, you can still pick up this truck skin. Easy as that. And the last thing to talk about, and bringing up Black Ops Call of Duty Cold War going forward, and in a few days we have the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal, September 9th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'm sure it will be covered on multiple channels and outlets, so stay tuned for that. I will be covering it as well as soon as it is available to me. But I will be posting it for anybody who did not happen or was not able to see it. So like I said, stay tuned for that. As of right now, it is very early in the morning. I am signing off. So if I sounded groggy at all, I apologize. But I want you all to have a good morning. Thank you for staying to the end with me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel out greatly, and I truly do appreciate it. And lastly, thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.